The Miami Heat started the season 9-8, a lot of controversy, but then they won 21 of 22. James and Wade combined to average 52.2 PPG. The bench scoring less than 22 points worse than the NBA, but they were tied for the best road record in the NBA at 28-13. So the regular season is in the books for the Miami Heat. They win 58 games. The big three comes together. They make the huge splash in the offseason, and they had a splashy regular season, both in the papers and on the court. And here they are, their first playoff series together against the Philadelphia 76ers. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Andre Iguodala for the 76ers in what was a whiteout at American Airlines Arena.
Now, early in the game, it looked like the Sixers were on the whiteout, too, because they came out like gangbusters.
Jody Meeks scoring over Dwayne Wade right here. And Harp, you don't see that very often.
You don't see that very often. Dwayne Wade usually gets that block, but what a shot.
And then Holiday to Elton Brand all over his back. I heard a tweet. Get Elton Brand to the line for the and one. Philly led 20-8. And then LeBron James to Mike Bibby.
Oh, Mike Bibby's threes kept Miami afloat until they got going.
Quarter winding down now. A great first quarter for Philadelphia. Drew Holiday scores. Philadelphia led 31-19 after the first quarter. The Sixers shot 61% in the first quarter. And the first adjustment of the series made by Eric Spoelstra. Harpy switched to a zone, and it worked.
Zone was a great call. Sixers came out rolling 31-19 in that first quarter. Coach Spoelstra switches it up, and then Miami 35 points in the second quarter alone.
Chris Bosh, I heard a tweet get him to the line. Miami is within 4. Credit Wade with the assist. And then Mario Chalmers, he's driving and scoring.
Oh, getting straight to the lane, found a hole in that defense of the Sixers and took advantage of it.
Now what's he doing?
Money ball from the corner, knocks it down.
And the Heat take the lead, 39-38. The crowd going wild down there in South Florida. And then Dwayne Wade going to the hoop. Heat by 5. Heat in transition. LeBron James.
And this is where they're so good. They got the best finishers in the business. D-Wade, LeBron James in transition, the best in the NBA.
LeBron had 15 points at the half. Miami had a 5-point lead at halftime. Third quarter now, Andre Iguodala. He did not have a great game, though. Just 4 points on 2 of 7.
Yeah, didn't play well, but give Doug Collins a lot of credit having these guys prepared.
LeBron James, the lob to Ilgauskas. Cavalier fans are like, yeah, I saw a lot of that.
Volleyball tip.
It's a great tip by Big Z. Miami had a 9-point lead. And then Dwayne Wade finding his spot, bumping into his man, creating space and knocking down the J. Miami led by 10. And then it's big to big. Zydrunas Ilgauskas to Chris Bosh. Harp for the dunk.
Yeah, Chris Bosh had a huge night. The big three are taking control now here late in this fourth quarter.
They were up by 14 at that point, and then it's Chalmers to James Jones from the corner. 5-3. Miami led by 13, but don't count out the Sixers. Back they came, and it starts on the defense end. Lou Williams with the steal. Thaddeus Young loses his shoe, but it didn't matter. He's scoring anyway.
No, that's called focus and concentration. Finish play. I don't need no shoes.
He had Philly within 9, and then Drew Holiday got his 3 on. He hit back-to-back threes. You see Thaddeus Young throwing his shoe into the crowd. The fan was like, dude, what are you doing? Drew Holiday from the corner for 3.
Ball, corner pocket. Here come the Sixers getting back into this ball game.
6-point game. Now it's a 3-point game. Drew Holiday did it again. He had 19 points, 3 of 5 from downtown, and the Sixers are in transition. What a catch and finish by Thaddeus Young.
Oh, no, he didn't. Great concentration, falling down.
Tell you what a game he had off the bench. 20 points, so athletic.
But then Dwayne Wade with the killer and one.
Shot maker. That's what he does, the closer.
And with the free throw, he doubled the lead. It was 3. It went to 6. Dwayne Wade had 17 points in the game. And then Drew Holiday. It is denied by LeBron James.
Hey, this is the defense that the Heat talk about. They can do it when it counts, and they did it right here.
Give me that.
And the Miami Heat win Game 1, 97-89. It was a quasi-thriller. Philly thrilled us in the fourth with their comeback, but Miami beats them again. They lead the series 1-0. Miami 4-0 against Philly this year. They've beaten them 8 straight going back a couple of years. Miami is the only Eastern Conference team that the 76ers have not beaten this year. For Miami, they're rolling. They've won 5 in a row dating back to the regular season and 16 of the last 19. Dwayne Wade goes for 5 points in the final 134 as the Miami Heat got it done. Chris Bosh and LeBron James had terrific games as well. Let's go to the podium and hear what they had to say after the game.
I told our guys, you know, 4 minutes to go, 3-point game. This is, if we could have written the script, this is where we want to be. Had a couple free throws that we missed. Missed a three and an open jumper. So we had some good looks. We had some great opportunities.
You know, the second time in 3 weeks we had a big lead and let it slip. So right now it's, you know, it's the playoffs. You know, either win these games or go home. So it's more of a discouraging feeling for us, knowing that we could have won these games, and especially tonight is important.
And I think part of this was, I'm hoping the first game, you know, jitters a little bit. Not that our guys were nervous, but they were so amped up. Like I said before the game, our practice yesterday was so competitive and so physical that I had to stop it after an hour and 20 minutes because I didn't want anybody to get hurt.
I know everybody was very excited. They were amped up and ready to go, and we were missing a lot of easy shots, and that affected us on the defensive end.
You know, when the playoffs come, it's like a total different season. You know, you get this extra spunk, this extra pep in your step out of nowhere. And yesterday we was excited to come in and practice. You know, we couldn't wait to get here and get things started. So and today as well. So, you know, I think next game we'll be even better, of course, than we was today. Because we got that first one out of our system, and we can just settle in and play basketball.
You know, we're not looking here to come here in this series and play 36 minutes or play 24 minutes and win a game. You know, it's about 48 minutes. And, you know, we got to be in tune with the game plan, you know, until that horn sound and there's, you know, zeros on the clock.
LeBron James and Chris Bosh in their Miami Heat playoff debut. They had fantastic games. Both had double-doubles. Let's check the stats right here. Dwayne Wade's numbers were actually down compared to what he did against Philly in the regular. We'll get back to that in a second. But for LeBron, 21 and 14, also had 5 assists, also had 3 blocks, went to the free throw line for 13 out of 14. Bosh goes for 25 and 12. He was 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Dwayne Wade, 17 and 7, also had 5 assists. And they won the game. And the point I want to make here, Philly gave up 31, 8, and 7 to Wade in the regular season. What did they do on Wade here to be effective on him in game 1?
Team defense. You got to take your hat off to Doug Collins. He had guys in help position. Every time D-Wade's going to the basket, you look, there's somebody contested. There's somebody in his way. So I take my hat off to Philly. They've been listening. They've been watching the tape. And D-Wade's pretty much owned them all year long. So they did a good job slowing him down today.
The 76ers bench has been awesome all year. Thaddeus Young off the bench led them with 20 in this game. Lou Williams, who missed the final 5 games of the regular season with the hamstring injury, he had 10 points on 3 of 10 in almost 23 minutes. Did you like what you saw from Lou Williams? Was he moving well out there?
Well, not only Lou Williams, I liked what I saw from the whole bench. They had 36 points off the bench for the Sixers. That's going to win a lot of games. But against the Miami Heat, the Heat only had 18 points on their bench. So they won the bench battle. It's just the big 3. They didn't stop the big 3.
So the Miami Heat are up 1-0 with one more home game coming before the series shifts to Philadelphia. Let's show you the lay of the land here. Monday is Game 2 at 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT. April 21st and 24th. It'll be Games 3 and 4 respectively in Philadelphia on TNT and also ABC. So let's talk possible adjustments looking ahead to Game 2. Spo played a very solid card at the start of the second quarter with that zone defense. Does Doug Collins have a trick up his sleeve heading into Game 2?
I think he may steal a page out of Spo's book and go some zone to kind of slow down the big 3. Anytime those guys get to the free throw line the way they did, it means they're attacking the lane. So somehow you got to make them jump shooters.
I agree. I think we talked about this in the back. They got to go zone against the Miami Heat. Miami Heat's not a great three-point shooting team. Make them shoot the ball from the outside. Get them out of the paint because you got the best finishers in Wade and LeBron. They want to get to the paint, but if you keep them outside, they're not nearly as good.
This is the first time in NBA history that the Heat and the 76ers have met in a playoff series. And I liked Game 1. Hopefully you did as well, and hopefully Game 2 is as competitive.